Hi, I'm Brian, and as you can clearly see, that was a video of a brand new iPad getting smashed. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how that smashed iPad is going to bring so much romance, passion, and love back into your relationship, you almost won't be able to believe it's not a dream. You'll discover the secret to turning even the most disengaged, disinterested man into a romantic Prince Charming, and he'll love you forever because of it. Shortly, I'll show you how this smashed iPad is what led to one unromantic, disengaged man suddenly becoming so romantic and charming that his own wife couldn't even believe it was the same man. And how that same exact smashed iPad is what led to another woman getting proposed to on a beach at sunset with a beautiful diamond ring by her previously unromantic work addict of a boyfriend who spent 11 years swearing to her that he'd never get married. So how is a smashed iPad the key to all that? Well, I'm going to share it all with you in just a second, without you having to smash any iPads yourself, of course. In fact, please make sure you don't go around smashing his stuff, because not only is that a little crazy, but besides, the trick I've got for you here today is way better than that anyway. Because if you have a man in your life who seems to be losing interest in you, or a man who just won't open up and romance you the way you want him to, or even if things are going okay in your love life, but you can't help wishing he would drag his eyes away from the TV, stop taking you for granted, and just give you the passion and wholehearted spontaneous romance you crave, then in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to give you a little-known trick that actually makes even the most disengaged, passionless man suddenly turn into a total romance addict, who literally can't help but open up and flood you with so much romantic passion and love that you almost can't believe it's true. And best of all, it works on his brain automatically to reignite the passion in your relationship naturally. So you never have to beg, plead, or nag him ever again to love you the way you want and need to be loved. Sound too good to be true? I don't blame you for being skeptical, and I admit it probably sounds a little crazy right now. However, the truth is it's all as easy as pie. And here's the simple reason why. It's all because of a secret trick known as the emotional turbulence formula. A shockingly effective secret that shuts down the unromantic part of his brain and supercharges the romantic part of his mind naturally. That same romantic, passionate part of him you might have thought you'd never see again. In plain English, this trick basically forces him to be more romantic and charming, no matter how disengaged, uninterested, or unromantic he might be acting right now. Use this same formula on your husband or boyfriend and watch his eyes as he suddenly can't get enough of you. Watch as he looks at you with that soft, romantic expression, in that special way that just makes you melt inside like warm, delicious chocolate. Watch as he starts doing literally everything he can think of to impress you, romance you, and passionately express his love for you. When you use this formula on him, it presses all the right buttons in his mind, so that even the most unromantic, disengaged man can't help but want to be more romantic and charming. And now he just naturally wants to do your favorite romantic things for you all the time. Plus, do you want to know the best part? This same formula has been shown to work on literally any man in any type of relationship, no matter how long or short of a time you've been married, living together, or just casually dating for, no matter if he's dragging his feet or acting weird about the future of your relationship, no matter how bad things have gotten or how many times you've failed to get his love and affection in the past. In fact, it works even if you feel like you've become utterly romantically invisible to your man, and even if you think you've already lost his love and desire forever. Because this little-known formula actually makes even the most disengaged man naturally want to be more romantic and charming. So he finally starts showing his passionate love for you every single day, just the way you've always wanted him to. So right now, I want you to lean in close and pay very close attention to this short video, because it probably will not be online for too much longer. The secrets I'm about to share with you are like nothing you've ever seen or heard before. They're extremely rare and totally unique. You won't find them anywhere else on the internet. So it's very important that you watch closely to the end as if your very life depends on it. Because, like I said, I don't know how much longer I can keep this presentation available and online. And the information you're about to get here today is going to change your love life forever. So let me begin. First, I want you to close your eyes right now and just imagine something with me. Imagine the amazing bliss and loving good feelings you'll get rushing through your body when you see your previously disinterested, unromantic man suddenly drop everything, and you see him start turning his life upside down just to make sure you feel totally romanced and loved. Imagine how amazing it will feel to have him looking at you with that soft, melting desire and love in his eyes again, just the way he did when you first got together. Imagine how it'll feel to have him lovingly showering you every single day with smiles, hugs, love notes, and romantic little surprise gifts just because he loves you. And how happy and warm you'll feel inside when you hear him tell you every day how irresistible, sexy, and beautiful you are to him. Imagine how relaxed and confident you'll feel when he openly admits that he can't stop thinking about you. And imagine the jealousy and envy on the faces of other women when they see how much your man so obviously loves and deeply cares for you. And imagine the joy and love you'll feel as he craves to give you all the attention and romance you deserve. Imagine him thinking about you all day, even when he's supposed to be busy with other things. Imagine seeing him running to the door to wrap his arms around you and hold you tight, all because he missed you so much. And you hear him softly whisper in your ear that he's lucky to have you and could never be without you now, because he needs you in every way a man needs a woman. So right now, maybe you're wondering, who am I and what gives me the right to make all these incredible promises to you? Well, let me tell you a short love story that'll explain everything. Like I mentioned before, my name is Brian, and I am a well-known professional relationship consultant and a published best-selling author. So you can imagine that I get a fair few women asking me for help with their love lives. My new client Martina came to me a few months ago with that same exact question. She showed up at my door one morning looking weak, shaky, and utterly desperate. Her face was puffy and smeared with tears and mascara, and it was obvious she'd been sobbing hysterically. As soon as I saw her, I leapt out of my seat in alarm. She was so pale, I actually thought she might be about to pass out. "Martina, what's wrong?" I asked urgently. She took a few stumbly steps into the room and then slowly folded onto the floor in a boneless little heap. "Brian, you have to help me," she choked out. "I just did something terrible, and I think I might have ruined my marriage forever. I don't know what to do anymore. It's Brad. I think I might be losing him." Suddenly she was overtaken by a storm of sobs. I wrapped my arms around her, walked her to the couch, and slowly, between her gasping sobs, the whole terrible, heartbreaking story came out. "We've been married for 8 years now," she said shakily through her tears. "When we first got together, it was like a dream. He loved me so much. Every day I felt so special to him. I remember how caring and thoughtful he used to be back when we first got together. He would always surprise me with cute little presents and flowers or ask me out on dates. Back then, he actually wanted to spend time with me, and he would go out of his way to do the sweetest romantic stuff for me just to make me happy. But now, it's all just slipped away somehow. These days, I feel more like we're roommates than two people who are meant to be madly in love with each other. He totally takes me for granted. I honestly think he'd rather play with his phone than look at me or talk to me. I don't quite know how to put my finger on it. I just feel invisible to him," she burst out. She took a deep, shaky breath and wiped her eyes. "See, I knew the romance and passion would go downhill a little after a few years, but I never thought it would be this bad. The other day, I started reading that book Twilight, and I had to put it down and just cry my heart out, because even reading about such a romantic, loving relationship just killed me. I felt so jealous and unhappy I couldn't stand it. I know it sounds crazy, but I was totally jealous of a made-up relationship out of a book. And I couldn't help it. Honestly, Brian, I just feel so totally starved for even a tiny little bit of real affection and interest for him that even thinking about how sweet and loving he used to be just kills me. I literally have to look away when I see a young couple in love or two people holding hands and kissing, because I used to have that in my relationship too. But now, all the fun and romance has gone away somewhere, and I'm left with this unromantic, passionless guy who'll eat my food and have sex with me, but who doesn't want me and love me the way he used to. Why do other people get a happy relationship when I've tried so hard, and all I've got left is just this empty shell of how things used to be? It's not fair, Brian." She hid her face in her hands for a moment, and I watched in horror and pity as her shoulders shook with sobs. "And I've tried so hard. I really have done everything. I went to the gym. I tried to look good for him. I bought sexy lingerie and candles. I tried date night. I tried cooking his favorite meals. I tried to be more fun and sexy. I even tried seducing him. I read sex books and relationship books. I even thought about taking pole dance lessons, but nothing works." She looked at me imploringly as the tears rolled down her face. "And there's something else," she whispered. "I think I went too far today. I can't believe I did this, but this morning I thought maybe it would shake things up a little if he saw me naked. I wasn't expecting a miracle, but I thought maybe something good might happen. So I got all soapy in the shower, and then I called out and asked for him to come wash my back for me. He didn't even answer, so I got out of the shower all covered in soap and went to see where he was. And he was just sitting in the lounge engrossed in his goddamn iPad. He didn't even look up. He didn't even notice that I was in the room, let alone that I was standing there naked asking for his attention. So, she gulped, I yelled something, I don't remember what, and then I grabbed the iPad away from him and I smashed it with a hammer. I don't know what came over me, I just had to do something to make him see me. And he was furious. He couldn't understand at all why I was so upset in the first place. And I really think I might have ruined my marriage forever now, because no matter what I do, I can't make him love me and want me the way I need him to. He just doesn't get it. And I can't take this loneliness anymore. It's killing me. So here I am, and I'm begging you, please help me. Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. I'm desperate. I could see she was in the grip of a total relationship crisis, and she badly needed help. But luckily, I wasn't fazed. In fact, as weird as it sounds, I actually had a little smile on my face because I knew that as of this second, right now, everything was about to change for her forever. Look, Martina, I said, I'm going to be straight with you here. The truth is, from what you've said, you've handled this wrong right from the start. And your little outburst with the iPad is just part of it. I know you've been feeling like he's gone cold and distant, and you're wondering if he really loves you, and why he doesn't seem to want you anymore. And all that terrible pain and insecurity has made you chase his love. Just listen to yourself. You've been dressing up for him, cooking his favorite food, and basically bending over backwards for even the tiniest scrap of attention. And it's not working for you at all. You're a total emotional wreck, and it's made you feel worthless and hopeless as if you have to earn his love and work for his attention, when in fact that kind of behavior never works in a relationship in the first place because it's just not what men respond to. So the good news is this, your days of begging and pleading for his love are over as of right now. Because the truth is, if you really knew how easy it really is to make your man want you and love you again, you would be so shocked right now that you would topple over backwards in surprise. She looked up at me through her tears, and for the first time that morning, I saw hope on her face. You mean, you know what I should do to fix things? I'm going to go one step further than that, I said calmly. I'm going to give you the one thing you need to do that will change everything about the way your man shows his love for you forever. When you do this one tiny thing, you'll have him not only wanting you and chasing you, but blatantly declaring his everlasting love for you too. And even though it might sound impossible to you right now, when you do this one little thing, it'll actually make him want to be more romantic and charming. And all he'll want to do is love you, be with you, and just make you his forever. She looked at me wide-eyed. I could tell she didn't know what to think. So, smiling to myself, I leaned over, and in a quiet voice, I took about 90 seconds and told her exactly what she needed to do. She looked at me in confusion. Brian, I want to believe you, she said, but how can that possibly work? It sounds too simple. Trust me, I said. Just do this one little thing, and you'll automatically press all the right buttons in his brain. And you'll instantly see him start bending over backwards to prove his love and desire for you. Just take the formula and try it on him tonight when you get home. If I'm right, this will change your marriage forever. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'll pay for today's coaching session out of my own pocket, and you're no worse off. Martina wiped her eyes, nodded, and thanked me. I could tell she was still pretty skeptical, but I could also tell that her curiosity was piqued. So we agreed she would give it a try and report back to me the following week. But, as it turned out, things started happening a lot faster than that. The next day was Saturday, and I decided to go to the beach with some friends. We were having a picnic on the sand when I couldn't help but notice a man and a woman splashing and laughing together in the waves. Look at them, my friend Sam said, nudging me. They must be on honeymoon or something. We paused and watched as the man grabbed the woman and spun her around in the sea, as she shrieked hysterically with laughter. Man, I wish I had that, Sam said, sighing a little. How come they get all the luck? New love, I said, shrugging. It'll happen for you too, Sam, don't worry. Then suddenly something about the woman made me sit up and take a second look. I stood up quickly and shielded my eyes from the sun, staring blatantly. The woman noticed me looking, and suddenly she darted out of the sea and came running over to me, laughing and dripping water everywhere. Brian! She yelled, waving right at me. It was Martina, looking absolutely radiant in a yellow bikini and smiling fit to bust. She sprinted right over, and even though she was soaking wet, she wrapped her arms around me and gave me a massive hug. Arrgh, I screamed, laughing. Martina, you're soaking wet. Sorry, she giggled, beaming. I just couldn't help it. I had to come over and say hi. I quickly looked her up and down and said, Martina, you sure look different today than when I saw you yesterday. You look like a 10-ton boulder's been lifted off your shoulders. You're absolutely glowing. In fact, you look like a whole new woman. What on earth happened? Well, Brian, she said, beaming, I came over here to thank you. That man over there in the sea with me is my husband, Brad. He asked me to come to the beach with him today on a special date just for the two of us. A lot's changed since yesterday, and he wanted to celebrate. See, last night something pretty amazing happened. Brad actually asked me if we could renew our vows to each other. And of course I said yes, so here we are today celebrating. And as you can probably tell, everything feels different between us now. I laughed out loud. Martina, that's Brad over there? My friends and I figured you guys must be newlyweds on honeymoon. I know, she said, blushing and wriggling her toes into the sand. See, that day I came to you, I went home afterwards and did exactly what you said. Honestly, I didn't think it would work. It seemed too simple, but I tried it on Brad anyway. I used it on him the second I got home, and it was so easy he never even knew I was doing anything. And Brian, it was incredible. As soon as I did what you said, his eyes lit up, he actually pounced on me, and he hasn't been that passionate since the very first time he kissed me. He honestly turned right back into the man he was when I first fell in love with him. She blushed a little and looked back over her shoulder at Brad, smiling shyly. Last night, we ended up staying in bed for hours, and I won't go into detail, but it was amazing. He wouldn't stop telling me how beautiful I am and how much he loves me. And now he literally won't leave me alone. I still can't believe how he got down on one knee and re-proposed to me last night. He said he didn't know what had come over him, but he suddenly just felt so lucky to have me in his life. And now the way he looks at me, it's amazing. It's like he's fallen in love with me all over again. He's totally infatuated with me. I even went to apologize to him for that stupid iPad that I broke, and he told me not to even worry about it, that it didn't matter. He said the only important thing is that we're happy together, and that as long as I know how much he loves me, I could break all the iPads in the world, and he wouldn't care. All of a sudden, her chin trembled a little bit, and a tear rolled down her cheek as she wiped her eyes. Sorry, she gulped. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm so happy. It all happened exactly like you said it would. I still don't know how something so simple could have worked so well, but it did. I feel like all my prayers have been answered, and it's all because of you. That now, he's coming back to me again, that man who I fell in love with. And today, for the first time in years, I feel like I finally got my marriage back again. I found myself choking back a big lump in my throat as we hugged goodbye. And I watched as she sprinted back to her husband and smiled to myself as he wrapped his arms tightly around her. Just from watching them, I could see how he felt about her, and it really touched my heart deeply. Yet, right then and there, when I should have been celebrating Martina's happiness, an ugly little thought suddenly started echoing through my head. But Brian, what about all the other women out there? All the women who will never know about the formula. What about them? I hurriedly tried to crush this evil thought down, but it had latched onto my mind with evil little claws, and it wouldn't go away. I sat back down on the beach blanket, staring into space anxiously. I couldn't help but remember the pain I'd seen burning on her face just yesterday, and her heartbreaking sobs as she told me painfully about how her man didn't love her anymore. And I started thinking about all the other women out there, women who were going through the same agony in their relationships, and who were going through it all alone. And that was the moment when I realized in a blinding flash that they needed my help too. That very day, I went straight back to my office and immediately began preparing to test the emotional turbulence formula on some of the other hundreds of women I see professionally, to prove to myself whether the results really were as good for them. Hundreds of married, engaged, and committed women tested the formula out in their relationships, and the real-life responses I heard back were overwhelming and immediate. I shared it with these types of women, women who were newlyweds and women who were celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. Women who just started dating a man and women who were living with one. Women who were engaged to be married and women who desperately wanted to be engaged. Younger women and women who counted themselves as no spring chicken. Stay-at-home moms, working moms, and women with no children at all. Fitness junkies and women who thought they were too big or too scrawny. Businesswomen, school teachers, entrepreneurs, and yoga instructors. Fashion models, bloggers, grocery packers, and academic professors. All of these types of women eagerly tested out the formula for me, and the feedback continually blazed through my modest expectations like a wildfire. One woman, Brenda, told me she thought her man had completely lost his desire for her. She believed the passion and romance had gone out of her relationship permanently, and after years of loneliness and rejection, she had come to believe that his love and desire were truly beyond hope. She told me it was impossible that he would ever love and want her again, and now she was just counting down the days until he left her for good. But all that changed literally overnight when she applied the emotional turbulence formula to her relationship. She told me that his response was instant and overwhelming, and that now he tells her every day that she's the perfect woman for him. He actually thanks her for being in his life and says he would be an absolute mess without her. Kylie told me that after 11 years with the same man and still no wedding ring, that she was emotionally starved for his love. He would often act aloof and disinterested, and she felt like she had to beg for his attention. However, the very first time she used my formula on her man, he responded instantly with a complete frenzy of passionate desire and wild, heart-pounding love for her. And just a few weeks later, he took her to the beach at sunset, got down on one knee, and with a huge smile on his face, asked her to make him the happiest man in the world forever. Another woman, Carrie, felt constantly frustrated and angry with her man. She was starving for even the tiniest bit of affection and attention. She tried dressing sexy, buying lacy lingerie, wine, and candlelight. She'd even followed the relationship advice in Cosmo to try and get his attention and desire. Nothing worked, and she was losing hope that she would ever again get to have the love and romantic passion in her relationship she'd had when they first got together. Yet when she applied my formula, he instantly began to crave her. He began to shower her with attention, gifts, and affection, and he went out of his way to make sure she felt constantly adored and cherished. And Carrie told me that since she found out about the emotional turbulence formula, that not only is their emotional intimacy going through the roof, but physically, things in the bedroom have never been better. In a recent email she wrote, "It's like he can't get enough of me. He's never been so tender and intense before. Thank you, Brian. You have to share this with everyone." You see, the emotional turbulence formula worked incredibly well for all these hundreds of women. But for most of the married and committed women out there, things aren't as easy. They don't know about the science behind the emotional turbulence formula. And if you're anything like most women in relationships, you too might have gotten tricked by the deadly lie that says your husband or boyfriend will naturally start to lose his desire to be romantic as time goes by. Or that having an unexciting, unromantic relationship is just what happens when you've been together for a while. Honestly, this is complete nonsense. And the problem is that women everywhere are being spoon-fed this type of false information that leads them to just accept an unsatisfying, unromantic love life as normal. It breaks my heart to see so many women feeling unloved and undesired by their man. Because the truth is, you don't need any of those sex tricks, gym memberships, expensive lingerie, or crummy relationship advice from slipshod magazine articles. All you need to do is just one little thing that automatically makes him want to be more romantic and charming, so that he actually wants to shower you with affection, attention, random little romantic gifts, and all the love and romantic passion you thought you'd never see again. Let me put it this way. It's the same type of physical response that he'd get if you strapped him into a roller coaster and hit the switch. His response is immediate, overwhelming, and out of his control, because it's physical. In a way, he's literally drunk off the pleasure chemicals you've triggered in his own brain. And now, he can't help but crave you and want to be romantic and make you feel happy and loved, so that he can't resist his feelings for you even if he wanted to. And it doesn't matter how old you are, how much you weigh, or what kind of shape your body's in. It doesn't matter how many kids you might have or even how long you've been together for. It works on any man in any kind of relationship every time. Absolutely full stop, no questions asked, end of story. Okay, Brian, I understand that in order to make my man automatically want to be more romantic and loving towards me, I need to shut down the aloof, unromantic part of his brain and basically force him to be more charming and romantic. But how do I actually do that? Well, I'm really glad you asked, because I have another quick story for you that'll answer that question exactly. When I first started testing the emotional turbulence formula, the word spread like wildfire, and every day my inbox was exploding with new emails and positive feedback from women. Which was great, but it was also extremely anxiety-inducing for me personally, because I'm only one man, and here were literally hundreds of new women every week vulnerably begging for my help. I just couldn't do it. There literally were not enough hours in the day to help all these women. I was failing them, letting them down when they needed me most, and I knew I desperately needed a solution. Finally, after yet another 18-hour day of answering emails and coaching clients nonstop, a friend got tired of all my stressing and guilty anxiety and said, "Brian, why not make this into an online course? Then everyone can have access to this formula." With an electric shock to my gut, I knew that was it. Immediately, with laser beam focus, I started working like a man possessed. The ideas came so thick and fast, I literally couldn't relax or sit still. I wrote, drank coffee, wrote, popped a no-dose, and wrote some more. Many times, I stayed up all night typing until my eyes were red and puffy and my fingers were literally cramping. I just had to get it down and make sure not one piece of vital information escaped me. Sometimes I'd be sleeping in my bed and an idea would literally come to me in my sleep. So I'd race out of bed in the middle of the night and hammer away at the keyboard until it was all typed down to make sure I wouldn't forget one thing. Finally, after several months of obsessive focus and grueling, finger-cramping inspiration and effort, I was done. I'd taken all my secrets and converted them into an X-ray focused, step-by-step online course I now call Respark The Romance. And now, maybe you're wondering what happens when you use it in your relationship on your man. Well, just imagine you do this one simple thing, and you see his face absolutely glowing with romantic desire and love for you. You see him looking at you with those soft, romantic eyes, and it makes you feel all weak and warm inside, like melting chocolate. You feel his breath on your cheek as he quietly whispers that you are the only one he could ever love, and you feel those waves of warm happiness and joy rushing all through your body, because you know you're that special to him, and he wants only you. You see him as he leans in, stares softly and passionately into your eyes, and murmurs how beautiful and how sexy you are to him, and you remember how it feels to be truly loved and wanted by him again. And now he constantly showers you with thoughtful little gifts, romantic gestures, flowers, and exciting fun nights out just for the two of you. And he won't leave you alone because he loves you so much and wants nothing more than to make you happy and make sure you feel utterly loved and romanced by him, just the way you've always wanted and needed him to. And now his heart is yours forever. And Respark the Romance will work for you even if you feel completely overlooked and invisible to your man. Even if he's acting so aloof and disinterested you think you might have lost his love forever. Even if you don't think he finds you attractive right now. Even if he seems completely buried in his work or his hobbies or is acting like he's got no time for you. Even if you feel totally taken for granted by him. Even if you feel like the spark in your relationship or marriage died out years ago. Even if you feel like you might have lost his passion and desire forever. Even if he's acting completely disengaged, aloof, and unromantic towards you right now. And even if you think you've already tried everything, Respark the Romance is so powerful that when you use it, his response is instant and overwhelming. He'll actually want to be more romantic and charming towards you. You'll see him drop everything and literally turn his life upside down just to make sure you feel utterly loved and romanced by him. However, I do have to be honest with you here. This formula is so effective that it is tantamount to inserting a romantic command switch into your boyfriend or husband's brain. It's like having a magic syringe with an incredible drug in it. You can use the drug in that syringe to cure cancer, or you could use it to stab someone in the heart. So you can see that I have to be very careful with the type of woman that I let into my program, because this technique is so rare and so powerful that it can literally make your man obsessed with you. So if you're planning on using this information to control or manipulate a man or force him into being your emotional captive, then I have to insist that you leave this page right now. My formula is reserved only for the women who want happiness for their man, and who want him to feel those waves of passion and romantic love for them forever. So if you want to tap into his natural romantic impulses and supercharge the romantic part of his mind, and make him happier and more in love with you than you've seen him in years, and have him so spellbound by you that his heart is yours forever, then Respark the Romance isn't just a smart choice, it's your only choice. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do all that in just a second. First, let's take a look at what you're getting here today, so you know exactly what to expect. First, discover the intoxicating slippery slope technique, a powerful psychological trigger technique. When you use it, you create an almost dangerously addictive impulse of desire in his brain and awaken his sleeping romantic, causing him to automatically experience a hot surge of almost unbearably intense love for you. The slippery slope is designed to work best on men who are acting dry, aloof, or passionless in a relationship. And it's impossible to get it wrong when you use the slippery slope because this technique hauls his attention onto you like a laser beam, so that no matter what he's doing or how busy or preoccupied he might seem, he'll feel an almost irresistibly passionate pull of magnetic attraction for you, and he'll be unable to stop himself from flooding you with so much love, affection, and desire that it's almost too good to be true. Next, the simple emotional hunger trick that automatically has him dropping everything and desperately giving you the emotional and physical attention you deserve. This technique will create a level of desire and attraction in your relationship that you haven't felt since you first got together. And you're going to love the way it allows you to instantly drive him mad with wild, passionate love and obsessive desire for you. And it's so ridiculously simple that you'll be slapping your own forehead and giggling with surprise that you never tried this one thing before now. Next, the amazing reverse perfection method that actually makes him love you for your flaws, not despite them. This method shows you how to drop your masks and let him see the real you in such a way that he'll feel absolutely enchanted by you. And he'll instinctively fixate on you emotionally and so intensely that he'll find it impossible to not be romantic and loving. Here's the truth behind why even the best men sometimes go dry and passionless, and how this one thing will have him obsessed with you and instinctively committing himself to making you happy forever. Now, do you ever feel sexually or emotionally invisible to him? Here's how to use the masculine protection principle to make him not only desire you, but actively terrified of losing you. When you do this one thing, you'll awaken his primal romantic gladiator instincts and instantly respark his love for you. He'll feel like he has to guard you from the world, like a gladiator fighting to protect his queen. And this is the absolute best way to have a man see you as the prize of his life, and have him absolutely desperate to do everything possible to make sure you stay with him forever. Next, the desire multiplier method. That'll have him suddenly finding you at least 50 times more delectable and irresistible than he ever has before. When you use this method, don't be surprised if he suddenly won't leave you alone and constantly tells you how beautiful and sexy you are, even if you don't think you're in the best shape of your life right now. Next, here's the heartbreak avoider technique that you can use to save your relationship. This technique will have his heart pounding with obsessive desire for you, and his knees weak and shaking with raw, magnetic, dangerously addictive love for you. And he'll find himself following you around like a hungry puppy who's desperate for your attention, no matter how painful, lonely, or invisible you've been feeling till now. Next, I'll show you how to use my Calm the Tempest technique to bring sweet contentment and blissful mutual love to any relationship. When you use it, he'll literally find it impossible to fight or even strongly disagree with you, because this technique triggers an almost compulsive desire in him to go along with whatever you want just so he can make you happy. Which means you'll never have to worry about ruining your relationship or have to suffer through one of those fights ever again. Next, the emotional roller coaster technique, which causes him to experience a heavy physical surge of adrenaline and pleasure hormones. And this is the absolute best way to automatically create feelings of intense pleasure in his brain whenever he thinks of you. He won't be able to stop himself from responding with eager passion, because the feelings you create inside him are so addictive that he literally can't stop yearning to be with you. He'll almost make a fool out of himself, he's so addicted to you. And I know it sounds impossible, and it really shouldn't work this well, but it does. Now, think it's natural for your husband or boyfriend to lose interest in you sexually over time? Wrong. Here's how to instantly mesmerize your man with a raw magnetic attraction for you and trigger a deep, throbbing need to be with you and truly possess you as his one and only soulmate. This means that the intimate heat in your relationship actually increases as time goes on. He never gets bored of making love with you or wanting you, and you never have to worry about the spark going out or ever losing him to another woman. And that's not even half of what you'll get in this system. And I could keep babbling on about all the details, but I'm sure you can already imagine just how valuable this information really is already. I want you to walk with me for a moment as you imagine something. Imagine that tomorrow night you go to sleep feeling warm, happy, and loved. You feel his arms holding you so tightly as he squeezes you close to him and whispers softly in your ear how much he loves you, and how he'd do anything for you just to make you smile and just to make you happy. And you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he loves only you, he sees only you, and his heart is yours forever. Imagine the warm, glowing feeling of joy and pleasure you'll feel tingling through your body as you see the love and romantic desire for you glowing in his eyes. You feel his love and passion for you as he gently touches your face and softly kisses your lips. And you see that special look on his face, that expression that shows a level of love and desire so intense, it's almost too good to believe. And you feel special. Imagine how good it'll feel to be absolutely secure and loved, because he is so absolutely crazy in love with you that he'll be faithful forever. He'll never have eyes for any other woman because he desperately loves you so much, you feel relaxed, comfortable, and confident with him. Because you feel every single day how passionately and eagerly he loves you, and only you, forever. Now, let me ask, if all this were true, and if everything I said is for real, what would that be worth to you? What would it be worth to you to have him so obsessed with you, so utterly spellbound with love and passionate romantic desire for you, that he needs you the same way he needs oxygen to breathe? What would it be worth to have him actually thanking you for being in his life, and not just willing, but eager to do absolutely everything in his power to make you feel constantly romanced, cherished, and loved? I asked some of my female clients who've used Respark The Romance in their lives how much it was worth to them, and they told me they wouldn't sell the secrets they got in that course for any amount of money. That the happiness they got from it was so valuable that they couldn't even put a price on it. Then I probed a bit deeper, and what I discovered next absolutely shocked me to the core. They told me that before they found Respark The Romance, they'd routinely spend hundreds of dollars of their hard-earned money on things like cosmetics, sexy underwear, dresses, manicures, pedicures, and hairstyling, all in the desperate hope that it would make their husband or boyfriend truly want and yearn for them. When I asked around, I discovered that most of the women willingly spent an average of $60 on cosmetics a month and spent an average of $100 at the hair salon every 6 weeks. That's not even counting stuff like clothes, shoes, and skincare. Add it all up and the cost per year is easily in the thousands. And if you've ever tried a course of relationship counseling to try and ignite his romantic desire and love, the cost automatically shoots up multiple thousands of dollars more. And the sad truth is, none of that stuff really works to get the love and true romantic yearning you desperately crave from him. So when you consider every single penny you've already spent, your hard-earned cash that you poured down the drain on stuff that doesn't really work to make him love and desire you, how much have you already spent? $1,000? How about the last 2 years? $5,000? How about the last 10 years? $10,000? $20,000? More? You already know that none of that stuff truly gets you the love and passionate desire you crave, and all you get in return is an empty purse and that lonely, hollow feeling of emptiness churning in your stomach. And that's why the price of Respark The Romance will make you feel absolutely stunned and shocked with delight and surprise. When I asked my hundreds of happy clients, just about every last one of them told me I should price the program at $197. And most of them thought I absolutely should not accept any less money than this, because the course was jam-packed with only the rarest and most brilliantly valuable, unique information. So I thought long and hard, and after a lot of agonizing soul-searching, I decided they were right. So I followed their advice and priced the system at $197. Yet when I started selling it for that amount, I started to feel extremely jumpy and so nervy I got nauseous. And I mean, I literally got sick with nerves. See, I know the program is worth any amount of money because I know how incredibly well it works. Yet I also knew that $197 was just too much money for some women to easily afford. And that's when I started to get sick. Literally, I couldn't even sleep, let alone eat right. I was walking around in a fog of queasy, stressed out tension, and my gut was churning so bad from nerves that I was going through an entire tube of Rolaids a day, because I knew what I was doing was not right. Sacrificing the happiness of women's love lives just for the sake of a quick buck. So after 2 whole weeks of sleepless, anxiety-ridden nights writhing around in my bed, sweating through the sheets, getting almost no sleep, and guzzling antacids like it was going out of fashion, I finally decided I needed to ignore everyone's advice, follow my heart, and share this formula with everyone, no matter what. So that means you get to take full advantage of my total refusal to follow everyone's advice, because I've decided that you'll not be paying $197 for Respark The Romance today. Not $127. Nope. Not even $97. By acting today and only through this online workshop presentation you're watching right now, you get the full Respark The Romance system for just one simple payment of $47. And you get to become the type of woman who he actually wants to romance, charm, and love starting tonight. All you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below this presentation right now, and you will become so important to his happiness in life that he'll literally struggle not to fantasize about new ways to romance and enchant you. He'll dream about you when you're not there, and he'll instantly start doing everything he can think of to charm you, romance you, show so much love for you that you feel like the star of your very own romance movie, and he'll find himself eagerly turning his life upside down to make absolutely sure that you stay with him forever. He'll be unable to resist you, and truth be told, he'll be so enslaved by wild, heart-pounding love for you that he won't want to resist you, because his heart is yours forever. You'll rescue the future of your relationship and ignite a tremendous fire of romantic passion and desire in his heart. He'll be eager and desperate to get you alone somewhere private, and breathlessly, longingly give you the emotional and physical intimacy and passion you've been craving so badly. You really do have to act now, though. I can't maintain this low price for much longer. My publisher wants me to raise the price already. In fact, she's insisting that the intensely valuable and brilliantly priceless rare information in this system should only be sold for its full market value of $197. So I can't guarantee this low price will be maintained even until midnight tonight. So if you want to have him begging and pleading for your love and hopelessly enslaved by his romantic passion for you, then click the Add to Cart button you see below right now, before it's too late to have him eagerly romancing and loving you forever. Plus, I'm still not done yet. I want to make this decision so ridiculously easy that you'll feel almost crazy for not taking full advantage right this second. Which is why, if you choose to grab your copy and invest in the happiness and romantic heat of your love right now, I'll also throw in the have him obsessively romance you or you pay nothing guarantee. Here's how it works. You grab your copy now, follow the incredibly simple step-by-step instructions, and see how your relationship transforms overnight. And if, over the next 60 days, you're not happy with the amount of spontaneous, passionate, insatiably mind-blowing romance and love you're getting, or you're not 100% happy for any reason at all, just let me know and I'll give you all your money back immediately. I can easily afford to be this generous because I know how well Respark The Romance works. So let me give you the tools you need to have him obsessively wanting and loving you instantly, because the entire system is so effective that it is guaranteed to work. Just click the button now and you'll get started making him tremble with overwhelming, intoxicating love for you tonight. It's so simple, you don't even have to do anything, because when you use the emotional turbulence technique, he comes to you and drenches you with so much love, attention, and loving romantic passion that it's almost too much. His heart is yours forever, and he will never leave you. But don't decide now. First, let me ask you. Just imagine, how great would it feel to have the power to actually make him want to romance you, breathlessly seduce you, and turn his life upside down just to charm and love you? To have him willingly, eagerly going out of his way just to make you feel happy, romanced, and loved. To have him wanting to be more charming and romantic, and to have him craving your love and happiness forever. The emotional turbulence technique supercharges the romantic part of his mind naturally, and basically forces him to drop everything to romance and love you. This trick actually has him wanting to shower you with attention, gifts, and thoughtful romantic little gestures. And it's so shockingly powerful that it sends his heart pounding through his chest, his body trembling with excitement and passion, and his knees buckling with desire at the very thought of you. You'll be stunned at how easy it is to save your relationship forever and have him overwhelmed with passionate romantic love for you. Click the button now. There's absolutely no risk for you to take it now and try it out in your own life. Plus, you'll get to keep all the juicy, amazing bonuses I haven't even told you about yet. Yep, take action right now, and I'll make this such a good deal that you'll be feeling almost stunned with delighted surprise. Free bonus number 1, the Quick Start Romantic Black Book. This quick mini book is the fully condensed version of Respark The Romance, which takes the key components of the course and lays them out in a simple step-by-step formula. So you can read it back to back in 15 minutes and know exactly what to do to automatically melt away the aloof, unromantic part of his brain and have him trembling and yearning with insatiable love and a hungry, pent-up need to seduce you, romance you, and make you happy. When you use it, he'll automatically want to start being more romantic and loving. He literally can't stop himself from responding. And this is awesome if you're a busy woman or if you just want to get started now. In fact, plenty of my clients have told me they've changed their love lives forever and gotten an instant romantic response from him just by using this quick start guide alone. This mini book is worth $37 all by itself, and you won't find it anywhere else. I've taken it off the market permanently, as the information inside is just too rare and controversial in nature. So this is your one and only chance to get it right now. Free bonus number 2, the Unleash His Hidden Passion Secret Notebook. You're going to love this notebook because when you use it, you'll find it almost ridiculously easy to intoxicate him with passionate desire for you instantly. You'll know exactly what really turns him on and how to drag his attention onto you like an intensely passionate laser beam, no matter what he's doing or how busy he is. So if your man sometimes seems distant, too stressed for love, or too busy to love you, then this secret notebook is going to change your life forever. Because let me tell you, there is a big difference between a man who loves you because it's a habit and a man who loves you because he's driven mad with a frenzy of knee-trembling, heart-pumping desire and tender romantic love for you. And this in-depth secret notebook gives you the exact secret information you need to crawl inside his most private brain and ignite the romantic fire that's hidden inside of him right now. Third bonus. I want to give you my advanced enchantment report that gives you 5 key steps to awakening his inner romantic and enchanting his heart forever. Let me ask you, did you know that certain women possess an almost magnetic ability to draw their man into them with an almost electric, maddening intensity? The key lies in understanding how to exploit his natural romance instincts in a way that he is literally forced to develop an almost insatiable craving for you. And the amazing truth is that when you use this advanced enchantment secret on him, your man will thank you, because he secretly craves the intensity of that maddening, overwhelming passion for you. When you use it, you're actually doing your love life good, and you'll find himself sharing a level of passion and urgency with you that he never even realized he had until now. You'll find himself sharing his passionate side with you effortlessly the way he never has before. These secrets are guaranteed to have him so overwhelmed with passionate desire for you that his heart is yours forever. I want you to have only the most valuable, brilliantly rare, and priceless information, and you won't find this secret technique anywhere else on the internet because I've developed it privately. So this is your one and only chance to use my advanced enchantment techniques to unleash that maddening, overwhelming romantic passion for you inside his heart. Add it all up, and all these bonuses together are worth over $500. And like I mentioned before, this is your one and only chance to get your hands on them. They're exclusive, original, controversial content that I can't risk selling anywhere else. Yet today, if you act now, you get them for free for only $47. Right now. Go ahead and take advantage of this special offer now. Click the Add to Cart button now. Remember, this product is entirely online, so your privacy is guaranteed. No waiting around for packages or having to explain what you're doing to anyone. The whole thing is instant, digital, and completely privacy assured. You won't get any weird charges showing up on your credit card, and no one will ever know you've even visited this site unless you want them to. Plus, your complete safety is guaranteed, so you have nothing to worry about. Remember, this is your one and only chance to get the discounted price and all the controversial content that has been taken off the market everywhere else. So it's of absolutely vital importance that you act now. Here's why. First of all, I'm offering you an extremely low price, but I'll be hiking that price back up soon, maybe even tomorrow. Plus, all the bonuses I mentioned before, valued at over $500, are only available if you act now before this video ends. If you wait too long, these bonuses will never be available again, and you are going to love them. I don't want you to miss out. However, rules are rules, and all my juicy bonuses are for members only. It wouldn't be fair to all my other members who are already using Respark The Romance to ignite his overwhelming love and desire and improve their love lives instantly. So I'll not be able to let you have those bonuses once this video ends, not even if you offer to pay the full retail price. You have to click the button right now, and remember, this is the only technique in the world that is designed especially for women in relationships to basically make him drop everything and actually have him naturally wanting to be more romantic and charming. It's so easy, fun, and simple. Just imagine how amazing would it feel to have an endless stream of passionate romance, blissful connection, and passionate, exciting romance in your relationship. Imagine the joy and happiness of having as much affection, tender loving kisses, love notes, smiles, and intense mind-blowing lovemaking as you want, with a man who thinks of you as the prize of his life. Imagine the joy of having him dedicated to your satisfaction and happiness, to know that he actually wants to make you happy, and you see him constantly bending over backwards to do everything he can think of to ensure you stay with him forever. Wouldn't you love to know that he wants you and only you? That you'll never lose him to another woman no matter what, because he loves you so much that he could never let you go? Okay, I think that's enough chit-chat, and now you have a choice to make. Let's run through your options real quick. You've now discovered a fail-safe method for instantly overwhelming him with passionate romantic love for you forever. You've heard the success stories from Martina, Brenda, Kylie, and Carrie. You've gotten a foolproof money-back guarantee where you'll get all your money back right away if you're not happy for any reason. And of course, you get to keep all the juicy bonuses for free just as a thank you for giving it a try. And I'm paying over $450 out of my own pocket just so you only have to pay $47. So I think we've reached the moment where you have a simple decision to make now that's going to affect the future of your love life forever. The way I see it, you've got three choices. Choice 1. Leave this page now and wipe everything out of your mind forever and just go back to trying to fix it on your own, hoping you'll work it out, and resigning yourself to living your life the way you always have, and the fear that things will only continue to get worse. And if that sounds like a good idea to you, then I wish you the best of luck, truly. However, I believe that there's no such thing as a coincidence. I believe you're here for a reason, and if you've watched this far, then you already know what that reason is, and it's this. You want more from your love life. You want more love and attention than you're currently getting from him, and you know that if what you were currently doing was truly working for you, then you wouldn't even be here. Next, there's choice 2. You can take the information I've already given you for free in this presentation and try and go it alone. And who knows, it might work out just fine if you paid serious attention, and if you're okay with the risk of only getting sporadic short-term results. And again, if that's your choice, then I wish you luck, because I think you're going to need it. Or there's choice 3. You stay on this page with me right now, risk nothing at all, click the Add to Cart button right now, and let me give you the exact step-by-step, clearly mapped out Respark the Romance system. The only scientific system in the world specifically designed for women in relationships, for instantly making him naturally want to be more romantic and loving towards you, and have him dropping everything and turning his life upside down just to make sure you feel constantly loved, cherished, and romanced, for just $47 right now, before the window closes and your opportunity is lost forever. Imagine, you walk through the door and see him rush up to you. You feel him throw his arms around you because he can't wait one more second to show you how much he loves you and how special you are to him. You see the love glowing in his eyes as he smiles tenderly at you, and you feel his desire and tender, passionate joy as he kisses your lips. You hear him whisper in your ear how irresistibly beautiful and sexy you are, and you know he's obsessed with you. He's deeply in love with you, and his heart is yours forever. And it's all waiting for you right now. Right now, this is the moment when everything changes. Now is the moment when you save your relationship forever and start feeling good about yourself and happy in your relationship again. You'll instantly improve your love life and finally get all the passion and romantic heat you've been longing for. In the blink of an eye, you can change the destiny of your love life forever, but I truly believe it's vitally important that you act now. See, I don't want to frighten you, but when it comes to relationships, his love for you is either growing more intense every second or it's withering on the branch. There's no midpoint. The truth is, you'll not get the love and passion you desperately crave from him unless you do something to change the destiny of your love life right now. I'm not trying to scare you, but it's important for me that you truly understand how love really works for your man, so you don't wake up one morning at the end of your life and wish you'd known better. Because I know you've been suffering, and I know change is scary, even good change. But this time, it'll work for you. There's nothing to fear now, because this time, everything's different. You're about to get complete control over your love life and finally get all the romance, intimacy, and passionate, never-ending love you crave from him. Don't wait for things to change any longer. It's up to you to take action and get the love and romance you want in your love life. Because when you have his overwhelming, passionate, romantic love forever, it changes everything. Now is the moment. Now you change everything. Now is the time to seize your opportunity and get the most powerful formula in the world for instantly overwhelming him with passionate, romantic love for you. Click the button now, risk-free. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. He'll be instantly enslaved by passionate, romantic love for you forever. There's nothing to fear and everything to gain. Now the choice is up to you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the other side. Go ahead and make your order. Click right now.